The president, we had a phenomenal dinner and we made an amazing deal. There were his words, and there is no deal. It's an agreement to postpone so they can figure out if there's something to talk about. Look, eventually, I think either the president's going to get something done or he's going to have to start backing off because the economy, re-election are going to be front and center in his mind, and he'll declare victory over something far short of what he originally intended. That's my guess.
It looks a little bit like the rally after the midterm elections, right? You had this one-day pop. People thought it was some kind of saying, okay, we got that behind us. And, you know, I'm not saying we go to new lows, which we did after that, but it was one of those things where it's kind of a be careful what you wish for thing. The Fed's out of the way.
You got something. When Trump tweeted tariffs are coming down on autos from China, the Chinese news agency, if that wasn't true, they would immediately say they didn't say anything. So even if it goes to 15 instead of 40, how many people
there's still so much confusion over that.
My point is I don't think it's the swing factor at the moment.
But also, you know, they aren't dismissing out of hand that, oh, what do you mean we have all these, you know, requirements when a company comes here. If you're going to do business here, we need this, that. They didn't immediately say they aren't willing to talk about that. I think
can you imagine the damage if they were taking everything that was said and disputing it at this point? Like if it really looked like there was no deal on the table.
I think there was a different tone that was set there.
No doubt about it.
There is possibility of something. It's in the future. It's not done.
My point isn't that we really got nothing. There was progress, but is that enough for the markets, right? Once that's out of the way, we're kind of still in the world.
Elections, you're right. It also happened after the softening of Powell's statement.
Right.
You get that huge rally.
By the way, we also
up
4% last week. So yesterday would have been a day where you might have just backed off anyway.
Compared to the Fed and central bankers around the world, you're talking about 10% tariffs on $250 million worth of stuff. I mean, it could spread to emerging. All that could happen, but at this point, it's just on the margin.
It's a pure sentiment thing, really, at this point.
I think it's the economy. Back to what we talked about earlier. The economy and earnings are still good, but they're slowing. So that's a dichotomy, and that's what the market's struggling with.
They shouldn't be.
But they are, because they don't know.
That's because of the $21 trillion here and the personal.
And back to what the liquidity thing you talked about earlier.
I don't want it to be true.